too, man.
Ooh,
A little Christmas, a little special Christmas gift just for you, Jerry, my bro.
ooh.
Hop on Fortnite and I'll show you, my bro.
Oh shit.
Hop on fucking Fortnite and I will show
Are
you,
you
my bro.
telling me, bro? Like, hold up, bro. Oh shit.
Shit is about to get. You're about to be like, okay, we're locked in now.
Okay.
And I got me, and I got my Christmas presents already, man.
Oh yeah, what you get? What you get?
Okay. I got me these little wireless beads, these little wireless, little headsets,
Mm.
wireless earbuds.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Got me money, you know.
Yay. Nigga can go on with
You
some
already
moolah.
know,
Yeah,
money can't go wrong with moolah.
Yeah, money talks, bro.
Hold on. I'm about to look in the stocking.
Oh
Slim
shit.
Jims? Okay.
Slim
I
Jim?
fuck with. Hey. Gummy bears. Okay. Okay. Skittles. This candy. Okay. Candy. Reese's. S'more Skittles. What's this? A 10 feet premium 8-pin cable. Oh, she got me an iPhone charger.
Hey yo.
I love you,
Wireless?
mom. I love you, mom.
Hey.
The mothers. Oh, and she got me Listerine.
Damn.
What's this? Oh, body oil. Okay.
Okay.
This is the last combos.
Pizza flavor?
Have you heard of combos?
Yeah.
They were like the OG snacks back in the day.
They are, bro. They're still
They're like the
OG,
OGs.
bro.
Yeah. Okay. I like it. I likes it. I likes it. What a good way to end off. End off Christmas. Alright. Fortnite news. Fuck all that. Alright. Where your name at?
Hold up, I'm moving this shit. Oh,
Take a
sorry,
look
yeah.
at the screen.
Oh shit. Oh shit. You that you the bomb guy.
I'm Bakugo.
Bakugo, yes.
This is the Christmas gift for you, man.
There, so now we're definitely locked in, bro.
I was like,
Definitely
bro,
locked
last night I was like, bro,
in.
it's
Definitely.
Christmas Eve and like, well, I might as well just do. And I just got back on Fortnite
Yeah.
and the game in the game mode that we were just playing was just fire.
Bruh.
Why not? Why not
Bruh, I
treat
told you,
myself?
bruh.
Why
I
not?
told
Why
you,
not? So I was like, but might as well. Yeah, I was looking at Bakugo. I was like, you know what? Fuck yeah. You know, and I copped him. Early Christmas gift.
Alright, bro.
You know?
We're definitely locked in now, bro.
Oh, you bet. That's it. I had to treat myself real quick, you know.
Yeah, that's a bet, bro.
All right,
We
bet.
are locked
So,
in, bro.
are you live streaming?
Yeah, we are, bro.
What's
It
up,
is a
people?
Christmas special, after all.
Merry Christmas, everyone, bro.
Merry
Hope everyone
Christmas,
got,
bro.
you know, hope everyone has their presents. Hope everyone is
has their
happy with their
drugs,
families.
all
Yeah, get their weed.
the crack, whatever you do, bro.
I hope you had a supply of all gas, sheet funnel, filters. I hope y'all
Bongs,
got anything, bro. Bongs, whatever,
crack
man.
pipes, dollar bills.
Whatever present you got, man, just be happy, bro.
Yeah, bro. It's the thought that counts. And if you didn't get a Christmas present, treat yourself.
Oh, let's do free for all, bro. Oh, you want to do duos? Or
Yeah,
you
we're
I
about
want
to do it, bro. Zero build.
Okay.
So you don't have to build in this. This is the game mode I've been talking about.
Okay.
Like, it's chill, bro. And bro, we're anime characters, bro. So like,
Basically.
We're gonna fuck shit up. Oh. Now we need Super Sonic mix, bro. He's online, bro. But I don't know if he's like sleeping or some shit. Bro. I was so fucked up last night.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, bro.
You was at a Christmas party or so?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's funny.
I was fucking high as shit.
For real?
Yes, sir.
That was nice.
It's just more feeling. And I about cap. I threw up a little bit, but you know, I woke up with no hangover.
You was drinking.
So
you
I
was
was
drinking.
Yeah, bro. I was drinking so
It's
bad.
never good to drink, man. It's never good.
It's not, but you know, every once in a while, you know, it's Christmas.
It's Christmas.
It's fucking Christmas, bro. Should be bad over there. Oh no, it's not over here, bro. This place looks interesting. It's the only place that isn't open.
I remember how combos were actually so good. The pizza flavored Jones, they actually taste like pizza, bro.
Yeah, they're torch, you know. Especially when you're baked, bro.
Oh my god.
Man, I wanted to get some snacks, but like all the stores are closed since you know it's like Christmas. The rest are gonna be far away, bro.
Back at the Fortnite games, man. I haven't played Fortnite, the real Fortnite map in my years.
Yes, sir, bro. A lot has changed, man. I'm telling you.
So much, bro. When that one big ass spot circle turned into a big ass fucking asteroid, to a whole fucking, bro.
I'm talking about you, bro.
That was like season like what? 2, 3, 4?
I have actually no idea, bro. No, to be honest with you. I have no idea.
Ooh, and you can ride the dirt bike.
You drive cars.
Upgrade bench. What's this? Interact.
Can you get on? Oh yeah, you can. Hey. This is new in the update. We got dirt bikes now.
Actually,
Oh shit, bro. It's all slippery. He came with emotes or like you just get the skin?
well, I just got the skin. That's all. And I got his backpack, this little grenade backpack that I got on right now. Oh.
Wait, how do I reverse? stand still. It's shield.
How can I drop weapons? I forgot.
Press the D-pad up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Let me try out this. You can't use any like. It's for so for Bakugo, does he? So like you could turn Super Saiyan right and all that do Kamehameha, but like, can I have any special effects or nothing for Bakugo? I don't think so,
No, it
right?
doesn't. Yeah, it's just emotes.
No.
Like this thing right
But
here.
you can blast someone with the Kamehameha.
Yeah, that was on the last update. For this update, you can find the Deku Smash.
Oh, Deku Smash?
Yeah.
Mm.
That still is there, bro.
What the hell?
I think someone's shooting at us, bro. Oh, shit, bro. Yeah. Oh shit.
Oh. Damn.
Oh, there
Fucked up the car.
goes our bike. I'm gonna have to fly. Huh. 8, 7. Oh no.
Ooh. Can you fly?
No.
Can you ride your cloud?
Yeah, I have the cloud.
Okay.
Hui.
We
I need a fucking shield. No.
Oh!
What?
Someone just opened the door. Oh, never mind. It's automatic.
Okay, nah.
Nothing up here.
I need to find a shield.
Oh. see about Adidas over here trying to sell these shell shoes without Kanye?
Yeah, bro. They're like, fuck Kanye, bro. We're
But they're
new
over here
Kanye.
saying no, but like the thing is, they can't do nothing with it because like it's all made from Kanye.
That is true.
Oh shit! Where they shooting at?
There. Shoot that. Killed her.
What's this? Shit, let's go.
I want to see the loadout drop.
Well, no, they're worth $530 million, bro. All them shoes, bro. Like they can't even put their pride to the side, man. Is that a boar?
Oh yeah, you can befriend it.
You can? How?
Gotta jump on him. Press square. So now he can guard me now. Look at that. Stuff.
Hey,
That's a DMR.
I like that. Oh look, a launch pad.
Yeah, you can use that.
Where you at?
Guy over here. Oh.
My bad. That was me. I don't see him.
He escaped.
Over here. Oh.
Where?
Or is that the boar? The boar is following us. Just to let you know.
Yeah, he's your friend. Yeah.
Oh! Oh!
Oh, he's up there. Oh. You must get out of here.
I'm sorry, boar. You're gonna have to die. What? The boar just swammed over here like that? Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Oh, shit, the storm.
You gotta get out of here, bro. They're following us, bro.
I know.
Bastards. Oh. Oh.
I don't see. Oh, there they go.
I got one down.
Oh, he's flying up.
Yeah, I killed him. I killed his friend. I killed his friend, bro.
Good shit.
I know he mad as shit, bro.
Ooh, they got some goodies over here.
Yes, indeed. Oh shit, we're in the circle. Good. We need to find a place to hide them. Oh shit, it's a drop. There's another drop box. Bro, I'm scared of shit, bro. It could be a booby trap.
Could be.
Oh. I need that shoe. Oh shit, it's a snowball gun. I might as well take it. Put it down there. Oh shit.
Oh shit. I keep pinpoint.
Left D-pad.
Left D-pad.
Yeah. Yeah, like that.
Okay. Cancel. Cancel. How many people are in here left? Oh, 4 people.
Yeah, bro, it's a 2v2.
2 more people.
It's a 2v2, bro. It's right there.
Oh! Feeling my health. Oh!
Oh shit. I downed his friend though. He's right here. Yeah, he's right there. That's the real one.
Oh!
Yeah! Oh no, bro. You're some ass, bro.
Hey, at least you came in second.
Oh yeah. See, wasn't that fun, bro?
In the lobby? Or already up?
Already up.
Oh,
We're gonna have to get a 1, bro.
yeah, no cap. So fucking fun.
Dabby dabby. I was the first one to think to push that. Oh, there's a shop right here. accessories.
Ow, that hurt.
They're shooting at you?
No, I took in fall damage. And I can't get up. Looking at. A pistol. Don't mind if I do. Drink some of this shield. Hmm. What are these fishes?
Gives you health.
Huh?
It gives you health. That's how you fish, bro.
Ready. Oh! Demolition mutation objects you destroy have a chance to drop explosive and kills
Take that steel fish right there.
Bow specialist. Bows draw and reload faster when you get it. Oh, so I do have power ups for my for Bakugo.
Yeah, so it says first assault and pistol EMP for me. But I can re-roll it for free.
You roll it for free, huh?
Yep.
So basically, what can I? Oh, so I can use. So.
You get like certain perks throughout the game.
Okay.
Shut a dream.
I leveled up just by dancing. This is fucking beautiful.
I'm telling you, bro. We're literally in the game. We're like Ultra Instinct Goku. Back together.
Oh wait, I can look in this trash. Oh, I can hide. That over there. Wait for me.
I'm moving up right now.
Ooh. Christmas presents. This is a rifle right here.
I can run so fast.
Okay. Yo.
What?
Alright. Is Justin on? Is Justin on? Alright,
What?
I'm about to send y'all an invite. Alright. Jerry, I'm gonna have to hop on with you later.
Why?
I gotta hop on GTA. I gotta hop on GTA with my brothers.
No.
I'm gonna hop on later. I'm gonna hop on later on.
Alright.
Alright.
Oh shit. I'm alone now. I didn't bake this shit, bro. Oh! But where's Tubi though? Where's Tubi though? Happy Dads. Abaloo. Alright, I don't know what to do now. Just turn that off real quick. Let's get on YouTube. I know there's something good on YouTube, bro. I know there's something good on YouTube. There's always good things on YouTube. There's nothing good on YouTube, bro. Wait. You know, I've always wondered that. I've always wondered that.
Every Christmas, millions of families in Japan tuck into some Kentucky Fried Chicken in what's known as a party barrel. And KFC's founder and mascot, Colonel Sanders, has become the symbol of Christmas in Japan. Seriously, if you search Christmas Japan on Google Images, the top result is Colonel Sanders in a Santa suit. So what's going on? Well, although many Japanese people do now celebrate Christmas, not many are Christian, and so they don't have all the same traditions as the West, like the traditional turkey dinner. However, one year the manager of KFC's first ever store in Japan overheard a couple of tourists say that they'd really missed not having turkey at Christmas. And that night, he woke up with an idea. What if KFC's fried chicken could be a substitute for turkey? So in 1974, KFC launched a new campaign across Japan called Kentucky for Christmas, and began offering what they called Christmas party barrels, which were fried chicken meals to be shared by families over the holidays. The idea really took off, especially in the 90s, as KFC massively doubled down on its Christmas advertising to reinforce this association between KFC and Christmas with the Japanese people. For many years, they ran big ads to create the connection in people's minds, and it definitely helped that they used the imagery of KFC's mascot, Colonel Sanders, all dressed up in a Santa suit. Japan is a country that puts a high value on its elders, and so having this old man with white hair and the classic Santa suit just worked really well, so much so that Colonel Sanders has essentially become the symbol of Christmas in Japan. KFC were pretty sneaky though, as the ads KFC ran in Japan often suggested that eating Kentucky Fried Chicken at Christmas was already a popular tradition in America, which is perhaps why it caught on in Japan, as they thought it was something that was already popular elsewhere, not just something that KFC had invented to boost chicken sales. Because in reality, even though KFC is an American company, if you showed up to Christmas dinner with a bucket of KFC in the US, you'd get some very weird looks. However, for Japan, it kind of filled the void of not having a Christmas tradition, and it's actually become a nice way of getting all the family together and sharing a meal. In fact, the tradition of having KFC at Christmas in Japan has become so popular that you have to place your KFC order weeks in advance, or you'll be waiting in line for hours to get your fried chicken party barrel. It's estimated these Christmas packages account for up to a third of the chain's yearly sales in Japan, and so it's perhaps not too surprising that the guy who came up with the idea later became CEO of KFC in Japan, and he did admit that he regretted lying and saying that people in the US had this tradition. But to be fair, people in Japan seem to like it, and for KFC, it was genius marketing. Of course, the twist to all of this is that the real-life Colonel Sanders who created the company actually ended up hating KFC and suing the company before he died. Seriously, the full KFC story is a roller coaster, and you can go and watch it for yourself right now by clicking the thumbnail on screen.
Wait, what?
I started franchising when I was 66 years old. It's the same company that I sold for $2 million, sold for $240 million yesterday. I didn't get any of that.
Harlan Sanders, or Colonel Sanders as he'd later be known, was born on a farm in Indiana on September 9th, 1890. He came from very humble beginnings, and at just 5 years old, his father passed away. In order for the family to survive, his mother was forced to take on lots of odd jobs like sewing and working at a canning. KFC was thriving. But then one day, a group of entrepreneurs and investors, led by a 29-year-old named John Brown, came to Sanders with an offer. They wanted to buy his business. John had been shocked when he'd learned that KFC didn't even have a sales team, and was simply relying on restaurant owners coming to KFC through word of mouth in order to open up their own KFC franchise. John said to his partners, "If we owned this company, imagine how quickly we could expand it if we were more aggressive with sales." So they made Sanders an offer to buy KFC. Initially, Sanders turned them down. His business was like a child to him, and he was concerned they'd ruin it. But John wouldn't let it go. He upped his offer to buy KFC to $2 million and swore he'd never tamper with the Colonel's recipe and would always maintain a high degree of quality control. He also said he wanted Sanders to stay on as an advisor and ambassador for the company, as he believed having Sanders as the face of the company was one of their biggest marketing assets. So in 1964, Sanders finally agreed to sell his business. He was 73 at this point, and figured this would allow him a little more time to enjoy the final stages of his life. Once the sale went through, Sanders was officially a millionaire. Although, in truth, he barely stepped away from KFC at all. Sanders enjoyed being part of publicity campaigns, and ended up traveling all over the world for various promotions, as well as making appearances on many different TV ads. He simply leaned into the whole thing, wearing his iconic white suit every day. Meanwhile, John and the other entrepreneurs who'd taken over KFC's management made some important changes that helped the business grow and open many new locations. However, in 1971, John Brown sold the company to a giant food conglomerate, and that's when everything began to change.
That's wild, man.
Unlike John, who'd agreed not to tamper with the Colonel's recipes, the new owners of KFC did not do that. For example, they changed the gravy to a version that was much cheaper and easier to make. A company executive at the time said, "Let's face it, the Colonel's gravy was fantastic, but you had to be a Rhodes Scholar to cook it." KFC were expanding quickly and wanted to streamline, and so basically they'd made some changes. The thing is, Sanders still visited lots of KFC stores himself, and when he tried the new recipe, he said, "My god, that gravy is horrible. They ought not to be allowed to sell it. It's pure wallpaper paste." Sanders wasn't any more complimentary about the chicken either, saying it was nothing but a damn fried dough ball stuck on some chicken. His criticism was so harsh and so public that one KFC franchisee sued him for libel in 1978. But the case was thrown out. However, Sanders was so unhappy with the direction KFC was taking under the new owners, he opened up his own competing restaurant under the name Claudia Sanders, the Colonel's Lady Dinner House. This then led to KFC suing Sanders. In other words, the new owners suing the founder of the company. And it was a bitter lawsuit over the copyright of his name and whether he should be allowed to open a competing business using the Colonel branding. In retaliation, Sanders then attempted to sue the new owners in a separate legal battle, alleging they misused his image in promoting products he hadn't developed. And Sanders was demanding $122 million in damages. Eventually, they settled, and Sanders got paid $1 million, but had to rename his competing restaurant to simply Claudia Sanders Dinner House. And by the way, that restaurant still exists today, and is the only place to get the original Colonel Sanders fried chicken. But still, Sanders was a fighter until the end. But in 1980, he died from acute leukemia, aged 90. He was still working until a month before his death, as he said he had no interest in retiring and sitting around doing nothing. As of today, there are over 25,000 KFC outlets around the world, and it all started with a guy cooking chicken in a gas station. Despite constant failures, rejections, and tragedies, Sanders kept going.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. They also choose from games. Bro, him is like so big right now. Psychology of the man child.
Oh yeah! Let's get it! I got my monsters to that next to me, singing Monster Fest to me. We up in the shit. Got 3 diamonds, ain't shit. The monsters and we singing, everybody fuck with this. My freestyle is the shit. Monsters, we in this bitch. Speed game, we up in shit. I got this glass into the rich. Level 14 ain't no bitch. The monsters wanna fuck with this. Singing monsters on the game. We got the money to them chains. And I'm getting up on my money. I put them hardest on the ring. But they keep on talking to me, and I get them blocks into me. Them singing monsters to me. What the fuck you saying to me? I got the racks up on me. They wanna mess with me. And then it's Christmas Eve. And I say, monkey, 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 game. Oh! The best singing monsters game, baby. Come on now.
That went hard.
Come on now.
That went hard. That went hard, bro. I show speed never disappoints, bro. Toy lanes.
Love, a star lacrosse player.
Thing. Just told you we're investigating something. Wanted to know.
Investigating. So,
Do you want me to call anybody for you, George?
It's an interesting concept to think of how you might respond to what would normally be an easy question, especially during a circumstance where it becomes a terrifying dilemma. We ask that you contemplate this question while you put yourself in George's position, but not before you grasp the context of what brought him to this moment. It begins with 22-year-old sports scholar Yardley Love, a star lacrosse player at the University of Virginia. She is captured in this photograph playing in the second-to-last game of the season, clearly aware of the obstacles that lie in front of her, yet continuing to move forward, which is the circumstantial detail that turned this picture into a symbol for the globally recognized organization that would be founded in her memory. This would be the last photograph taken that day, capturing Yardley's last embrace with her head coach Julie Myers. Both were unaware this exact moment would soon be on the national front pages. On May 3, 2010, at roughly 2:15 a.m., Yardley's roommate returned from a night out to their off-campus apartment. Upon entering, she saw that Yardley's bedroom had been broken into, at which point she rushed inside to find her unresponsive on the mattress. She had blood coming out of her nose and severe bruising across the right side of her face. But the most alarming thing was that she wasn't waking up. Her friend called 911, who instantly guided her through the steps of CPR, which was then taken over by paramedics who arrived on the scene 4 minutes later. But their attempts at revival were unsuccessful, and Yardley was pronounced dead at exactly 2:47 a.m. At 2:53 that same morning, criminal investigator Lisa Reeves woke up to a phone call from the sheriff's office. By 2:59, she had arrived at Yardley's apartment leading the investigation, and by 3:50, confirmed that she had her first person of interest, which was 22-year-old George Hughley V. Yardley's ex-boyfriend, and the next several hours were spent gathering information before she knocked at his front door. She found out that George was a fifth-generation heir to a very wealthy American family, whose roots lay in lumber dating back to the 1900s. He was educated at Landon Prep, a prestigious all-boys private school in Bethesda, Maryland, with annual tuition fees of up to $50,000. George was the star player of the lacrosse team and became an All-American athlete. This led to a full scholarship at the University of Virginia, where he remained a key player in the starting lineup, and where he would also meet, then spark a romance with fellow lacrosse player Yardley Love. They dated for almost 2 years.
Hughley and Love's relationship was an on-again, off-again one, where they cheated on each other throughout and that tempers flared both ways.
What was going on with these two young people? What may have led someone to do what happened? These are just a completely unbelievable set of facts.
Everybody watched the relationship. People were really troubled by it. They were scared for her. Nobody knew what to do.
Yardley ended the relationship in 2010, just 2 weeks before graduation. 9 days later, she was found dead in her bedroom. And that same morning, George Hughley would hear a knock at his front door. He opened to Detective Lisa Reeves, who was dressed in civilian clothing. She introduced herself as a police officer, but mentioned nothing of the crime. She simply stated that she was conducting an investigation that could benefit from his presence at the sheriff's office. George's response was to lethargically put on his flip-flops, then walk over to the passenger side door of her unmarked police car and let himself in. Somewhat bewildered, Lisa got in and drove them to the police station a few minutes away without talking. It was around then when she noticed bruising on his knuckles and cuts on his forearm, at which point George was no longer a person of interest. He was the prime suspect.
All right. Did you say you did want water, didn't you? I know I introduced myself to you at your house, but my name is Lisa Reeves. Today's date is May the 3rd, 2010. The current time is, I can't tell on that one, 7:52.
I draw with papers too.
What's that?
I draw with papers too, right now.
All right, your first name is George?
Yes.
Right away, you'll come to notice that George is oblivious to the gravity of his situation, and it would be very safe to assume that he at this moment is unaware that Yardley has died. He seems to believe that he's in as much trouble as he would be sitting in a principal's office, perhaps for getting in a fight at class or on the lacrosse field, and the sooner he provides a sanitized version of the truth, the sooner he'll get to go home. This, of course, ties in perfectly with the interrogator's opening strategy, which we've labeled warmth for the sake of this video. She will downplay the severity of his situation to a considerable degree, while maintaining a friendly temperament with a sympathetic undertone. She needs the suspect to feel safe and secure for the time being, as the less cautious he is, the more information he's likely to give away. Then as soon as he locks himself into one particular storyline, the pressure can commence, which often leads to a suspect being laden with panic and contradictions.
Before we ask you any questions, you must understand your rights. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can be used against you in court. You have the right to talk to a lawyer before questioning and have one present during questioning. If you cannot afford a lawyer, one will be provided for you. And if you're willing to talk to us now, you have the right to stop talking anytime.
George has two options here. Option 1 is to remain silent, then allow his father to get him the most expensive attorneys in the country. He would then have years to examine the evidence, evaluate the many options available, and then construct the most self-preserving storyline with world-renowned experts in criminal defense before they present it to a jury. Unfortunately for George, he takes option 2. But before he does, rewatch the flawlessly reassuring manner in which he's given the final piece of the Miranda warning.
And if you're willing to talk to us now, you have the right to stop talking anytime. Got it?
Yep.
Awesome. Just need your signature there, that you understand your rights and are willing to talk to us. And the time now is 7:53. All right. Let's kind of start. I'm going to kind of ask you some questions, and like I said, we'll explain things a little bit later. Tell me about your day yesterday.
Played golf with our parents. It was a father-son. Good event. I went to dinner with my dad and my two buddies, and then went home, went to the bar for like a little while. Then I went over to talk to Yardley. And
who's Yardley?
Yardley is my former girlfriend.
Okay.
Which this whole thing's about, which I understand. But
George has now initiated the investigative subject matter himself. It's the perfect opening scenario for the interrogator because she's given nothing away, making it more likely for him to reveal details that will contradict the evidence.
When I went over to talk to Yardley, I was like, Yardley, and she was like already totally freaked out because of what she did this past a few days ago, and we haven't talked since, and I was just gonna go talk to her.
Yardley slept with another lacrosse player from North Carolina the week before, which is what he just referred to.
And she was already freaking out. You can't come in, you can't come in. And I was like, I'm just trying to talk to you.
The investigation team obviously had no way of knowing this, and George has now confessed to the crime of second-degree trespass. More importantly, however, he's just confessed to initiating the supposed confrontation. He now can't say that he was somehow tricked or misled into that situation. He knowingly stepped into it, and the critical fact he can actually recognize and remember this will be used against him repeatedly in the future.
And she started being getting all really defensive. She was already on the defensive edge, and I was like, listen, I'm not here to I'm just here to talk to you. And she got all sat up, her bed's against the wall, if it was in this corner, she was up against the wall, and I was we were sitting there talking, and she started being getting all aggressive after this, and so I was like, all right, chill out, and shook her a little bit.
So just to recount what George said over the last 47 seconds, Yardley was defensive. While being in a defensive state, she backed up against the wall. She then became aggressive. George's response to this supposed aggression was to initiate physical contact.
And she started being freaking out, and I was like, listen, I'm not here to do anything, I'm here to talk to you about everything that's ensued in the past week. And she was sort of being no, hitting her head, stop, she was in the corner, I was sitting on the bed, I was like, stop, I was like, Yardley, what the hell, we were just gonna talk.
So let's go back half a minute and dissect what actually just happened there.
And so I was like, all right, chill out, and shook her a little bit.
He will now say the words, and she started being then simultaneously mimic a body colliding with the wall. He will then stop himself mid-thought and subtly modify the detail.
And she started being freaking out, and I was like, listen. And she started being freaking out.
He goes from illustrating Yardley hitting the wall to, as he states, freaking out.
And
he seems to realize mid-sentence this isn't the best way to explain her injuries, so he changes the detail to buy himself time.
And she started being freaking out, and I was like, listen, I'm not here to do anything, I'm here to talk to you.
He carefully shifts the topic from Yardley to himself, and keeps it there for 8 seconds before attempting to re-explain what occurred in a more self-preserving manner.
And she was sort of being no, hitting her head,
No jury on the planet will believe that Yardley was voluntarily slamming her head against the wall with enough force to cause fatal brain damage. All George has done here is give away the fact that he knows Yardley has sustained some type of head injury, and now lied on record about how it was inflicted.
I was like, Yardley, what the hell, we were just gonna talk, and it was not at all a good conversation, because that's she was already freaking out with just even seeing me there.
Okay. What happened next?
What happened next, and she just kept hitting her head against the wall while she was sitting on the bed. And I was just and she's not she's sort of pushing everything that she did to the back burner, and talking about trying to put everything that she did wasn't important.
That's why I'm scared of. I need to start editing, bro.
It kept going to the point where she, I was like, listen, Yardley, we have to figure, out what's going on. And she was like, I'm not talking to you. And then she,
to be revealed. These moments in interrogations are considered important for the purpose of gauging a suspect's response. It's believed that a sharp and sudden revelation can make it difficult to fabricate emotion. So in theory, this will cause a suspect to provide either a genuine response or a relatively obvious disingenuous response, which often comes in the pretense of shock or remorse.
I mean, I guess that's more.
The alcohol?
I don't believe it. I don't believe
it's
it.
True.
Dude, I didn't. I don't believe that she's dead. I don't believe that she's dead. I don't believe that she's dead.
Did you punch her? Did you hit her?
There's no way she's dead. She's not dead. I didn't. I never did anything. I did not.
All right, let's calm down.
I did not like hurt her. Like she's not dead.
Let him calm down.
Just out of protocol, what we gotta do is stand up for you. Go ahead, put your hands behind your back. Turn.
Relax.
Relax. You'll be alright.
Tell me she's not dead. Tell me she's not dead, though, please. Will you tell me she's not dead?
Relax.
Please, will you tell me
You
she's
know what?
not
I wish
dead?
I could tell you that, George. 22-year-old. 22. And her life is done.
She's not. I did not do anything like that.
Bro, this is sad, but like, dude, you're wild. So like, what happened?
Now's when you need your family the most, but you know.
True that. Look at ass. This guy has like a Miami like a Hasanabi, bro. Dude. Like dude. Oh, this is wild, bro. I'm sorry. Fucking ass.
George was taken to the regional jail soon after this moment. He would go on to plead not guilty to murder and was held without bond for almost 2 years awaiting trial. It began on February 6, 2012.
Well, testimony is now underway in the murder trial of the former UVA lacrosse player accused of killing his ex-girlfriend.
For the first time, we have video of Hughley as he was led into the courtroom.
Contrary to his appearance in the days that followed his arrest for the murder of 22-year-old Yardley Love, he appeared pale, frail, and gaunt.
The prosecution presented a case that Hughley went to Love's apartment that night, busted through her bedroom door, and in some way struck her, causing blunt force trauma, which led to her death.
We've also learned that on that night, George Hughley was exchanging what were described as playful text messages with 3 other women. Those messages continued late into the night and even after the alleged attack.
Throughout this trial, Hughley has sat expressionless, almost stoic at the defense table. All of that changed today. As this police interview was airing, Hughley began crying, was often pinching the bridge of his nose with his hands and looking down as he listened to the sound of his own hysterical voice. I did not kill her. I did not kill her. I did not.
In court Tuesday, Hughley's defense faced an uphill climb.
The most riveting testimony came from former UNC lacrosse player Michael Burns, who testified that one time while visiting UVA, he heard some yelling for help from Hughley's apartment. When he opened the door, he said he found Hughley with his arm wrapped around Love's neck, choking her. Hughley then let her go, and she ran out of the room crying.
A variety of medical experts took the stand this Wednesday, and they all seemed to agree that Love's death was the result of blunt force trauma to the head. This was followed by highly distressing witness testimony from Yardley's neighbors.
The noise was so loud, this was such a violent death that they heard it downstairs, 2 separate witnesses, and it sounded like a stereo crashing to the ground.
And it certainly didn't help that the jury knew that she was alive for 2 hours before she died, indicating that if George Hughley had come to his senses, he could have gone back there, called 911, and possibly saved her life.
Still, the driving argument for the defense is that George Hughley never intended to kill. They say this was all a tragic accident, that he does not deserve a life sentence, but instead a lesser charge and a second chance.
Guilty of second-degree murder, and you will hear the sentence momentarily.
A 26-year prison term came down.
George Hughley was brought to court to hear his lawyers plead for the judge to cut in half the 26-year sentence recommended by the jury. Judge Edward Hogshire did trim it back, but by just 3 years.
The jury in this case recommended 26 years. The judge changed it to 23, probably a small difference, but why would he do that?
It's surprising, isn't it, considering this is a woman who was beaten to death in her own bed.
We think that George was
convicted of a crime inconsistent with the facts, and he received a penalty inconsistent with what the evidence would require.
There are no winners in this case.
With credit for the time that George Hughley has already served in jail, and if he gets time off for good behavior, he could be out in 18 years. And the family for Yardley Love has put out this statement saying, "We find no joy in other sorrow. We are relieved to put this chapter behind us."
As for George, he was incarcerated at the maximum security Augusta Correctional Center for 10 years, and has since been transferred to a prison work camp in Richmond, where he's expected to serve out the rest of his sentence. The present consensus in the media is that George had no intention of killing Yardley, but that his 23-year sentence is still appropriate, if not lenient, and that him being drunk to any degree at the time of the murder is not an excuse, nor does it lessen the culpability of his actions to any extent. He'll be released at the age of 45, meaning he will have the second chance at life Yardley was never afforded. You can decide for yourself whether he deserves it or not.
A comforting prospect to this tragedy is the nonprofit organization that arose from it. The One Love Foundation carries extremely important messages, both on social psychology and preventative education. Their website will be linked in the description of this video.
Well said, bro. Dude was a dumbass.
Murder. It's been 84 years since 8 bodies were found.
But before we start, I want this food. fries.
Found axed to death in this house in Villisca.
Unsolved mysteries.
Father and mother was killed, and then the kids was all killed.
Mental illness.
Oh, Shane, is that you? No, I'm in the closet.
Today we'll dive into the origins of the Villisca axe murder house, as well as a second stabbing that happened on the premises a century later. And with these two cases, it has led many to wonder what is going on with this small town home. On November 7th, 2014, Robert Stephen Larson Jr. was rushed to the hospital with a stab wound in his chest. He was found by his friends, who were fellow ghost hunters spending the night in the Villisca Axe Murder House, a tourist attraction in southern Iowa. The location is the area's claim to fame, as the site of a massacre over a century prior where 8 people were mysteriously killed, leaving the police scrambling and the town consumed with fear. The house's presence looms large over the city of Villisca and has drawn many visitors who were captivated by the historical and paranormal events. This story of the home begins all the way back on June 9th, 1912. Josiah Moore, his wife Sarah, and their 4 children attended the evening Children's Day service at Villisca's Presbyterian Church. They were accompanied by Lena and Isla Stillinger, who were friends of their daughter. Sarah was a co-director of the annual Sunday school program, which went off without a hitch that night. But when their fellow churchgoers said farewell to the family and their guests, none of them could have expected that they would never be seen alive again. The next morning, one of the Moore family's neighbors became concerned when she noticed that their house seemed unusually quiet. She called Josiah's brother Ross, who arrived at the house around 8 a.m. to investigate. He discovered 2 figures covered with a sheet in the back bedroom and saw blood spattered on the bed's frame. He quickly called the local marshal, Hank Noren, who arrived at the scene soon after and went inside. When he emerged, he told Ross that he had found someone murdered in every bed. A partially cleaned murder weapon, the family's axe, was left leaning against the wall of the downstairs bedroom, where the Stillinger girls were found. At the same point in the night, an unknown killer had taken the axe from the family's backyard, entered the home, and killed everyone inside. All 8 people had been bludgeoned beyond recognition, having been battered 20 to 30 times each with the blunt side of the axe. And with that, the news spread around town, and then the national media soon after, as the story of this gruesome murder hit the masses. But would they be able to find the killer? Well, we'll find out after a brief word from our sponsor. Are you sick of those no-good internet trolls trying to track down your IP address? During the holidays, it's no fun to have some green humanoid creature trying to come to your house, which is why I use Surfshark. The reasons to use this VPN is it encrypts your location and download history private by encrypting all of your internet traffic. Start preparing for holidays today with a 24-month VPN plan from Surfshark. Right now, Surfshark has a great offer, an extra 3 months free and 85% off. This is only available until December 31st, so don't miss it. By the way, it's available for all devices and has a 30-day money-back guarantee. Just scan the QR code on the screen or click the link in the description down below. And make sure to use code MARS at checkout. Your IP address is top secret with Surfshark. As the news of the killing spread through the town, the crime scene was quickly flooded with curious onlookers. Although they were cautioned against going inside, at least 100 townspeople walked through the home themselves when the scene was clear. The crime was committed before the establishment of modern forensic techniques, but the significant disturbance to the scene caused by the curious civilians further prevented detectives from collecting sufficient evidence. The gruesome location had other strange touches, such as a large piece of slab bacon that was left next to the axe. The murderer had also covered the mirrors in the house and the glass in the entry doors with clothing taken from dresser drawers. In the kitchen, an uneaten plate of food and a bowl of bloody water were found on the table, which the police believe the killer had used to wash their hands. In multiple rooms, gouge marks were discovered in the ceiling from when the sharp end of the axe had been raised before swinging down. At the end of Lena Stillinger's bed, a gas lamp was also found, which the killer had likely used to make his way through the residence. Further inspection of the young girl's body revealed evidence of sexual assault, and she had some defensive wounds slashed into her arms. Investigators believe that the young girl had been the only member of the house that had attempted to fight off the invader. The police had very few leads to begin their investigation. They made an effort to search the town and the surrounding countryside, but given that the killer had a roughly 5-hour head start on them, it was unlikely that they would still be nearby. Bloodhounds were brought in to help with the search, but the crime scene had been so thoroughly disturbed by the locals that no real progress could be made. Eventually, a few suspects were brought to light. The first was Frank Jones, a state senator who had been in competition with Josiah Moore in a farm equipment sales business. Many townspeople in Villisca speculated that the Moores and Joneses hated each other, but none thought that those feelings ran deep enough to provoke such vicious crimes. This speculation was deepened by a rumor that Josiah had previously had an affair with Jones's daughter-in-law, Donna, which was never confirmed. Detective Wilkerson of Kansas City's Burns Detective Agency later openly accused Frank and his son Albert of hiring a man named William Mansfield to kill Moore, but neither Jones was ever arrested, and both of them ferociously denied having any involvement with the murders. On the subject of William Mansfield, investigators had also begun to suspect him for other reasons. According to Detective Wilkerson, Mansfield was a cocaine addict and serial killer who was responsible for multiple killings in Illinois, Colorado, and even one in Kansas that had been committed only 4 days before the one in Villisca. According to the Private Eye's investigation, all of the murders were committed in precisely the same manner. The victims were killed with an axe, the mirrors in the homes were covered, a burning lamp was left at the foot of the bed, and a basin with bloody water was found in the kitchen. Mansfield was arrested and brought to Montgomery County, but payroll records provided an airtight alibi that placed Mansfield in Illinois at the time of the Villisca murders. He was released for lack of evidence and later awarded $2,225 after winning a lawsuit he brought against Wilkerson for the arrest. The detective believed that Frank Jones had put pressure on the courts, which resulted not only in Mansfield's release, but also in the subsequent arrest and trial of the next man to be accused of the massacre. The final official suspect was Lynn George Jacqueline Kelly, a traveling reverend who had left Villisca on a train the morning after the Moores were killed. The reverend had been previously convicted of sexual deviancy, had spent time in a mental institution, and had developed a reputation for odd behavior in his travels. The closer that police got to him, the more that Kelly seemed to fit the profile. He was left-handed, which police had determined the killer must be from blood spatters. He had also been seen watching the Moore family while they were at the church, and had attended a Sunday school performance by the Stillinger girls the day before they were killed. Suspicion rose when a dry cleaner in a nearby town received bloody clothing from the Reverend a few days after the crime. And in keeping with his odd reputation, Kelly returned to Villisca 2 weeks later and joined a tour of the murder house with investigators while posing as a detective. A grand jury indicted Kelly for murder, and he awaited trial throughout the summer of 1917. During this time, he was interrogated regularly, which went on for several days. On August 31st at 7 a.m., the Reverend signed a confession to the murder, saying that God had whispered to him to suffer the children to come unto me. However, he almost immediately recanted his confession, claiming police brutality. Kelly's case went to the jury on September 26, which deadlocked 11-1 for acquittal. Then a second jury acquitted him in November. Since then, no one else has ever been tried for the crime, and it remains one of the most horrific unsolved mass murders in American history. There were further confessions in the following years, but they were all disproven. The case eventually ran cold and the house was boarded up. It was never resold to any families, but since the interior was left unchanged, it was eventually purchased and turned into a tourist attraction. Now, the Moore's residence is known as the Villisca Axe Murder House, which offers day tours and overnight packages for anyone who wants to see where the chilling crime took place. But history is not the only aspect of the experience, as many have come to believe that the building is haunted. The tour's official website claims that visits from supernatural investigators have provided proof of paranormal activity, as previous tours had been interrupted by children's voices, falling lamps, moving ladders, and flying objects. After the sheer number of incidents that visitors have reported, the house has become known as one of the most haunted places in America. It was even featured on an episode of BuzzFeed Unsolved in 2021, which showed hosts Ryan and Shane exploring the old domicile overnight, and having a few spectral encounters of their own.
I'm just here to help. Whoever's with me right now, can you tell me your name? Oh, shit! Shane? Is that you?
No, I'm in the closet.
This brings us back to the main subject of today's video. One visitor who came to seek out the ghostly residence was Robert Stephen Larson Jr., who arrived in Villisca in November of 2014 with a group of friends for what was later called a recreational paranormal investigation. As night fell and the party was making their way through the house, Larson was left alone in the northwest bedroom. Suddenly, his friends heard him yell for help through their two-way radios, and found Larson stabbed in the chest. The wound appeared to be self-inflicted. According to a Montgomery County police report, the incident happened around 12:45 a.m., which was the approximate time that the murders took place in 1912. Larson's friends immediately called 911, and the injured ghost hunter was transported to a hospital in Omaha, where he recovered from his injuries. The sheriff's department issued no criminal charges for the incident, as there was no indications of foul play. The owner and operator of the murder house, Martha Lynn, said that she was shocked at the event, given that nothing dangerous or violent had previously happened there since the tourist attraction opened. She stated that the nature of the house's history can sometimes get overpowering when you're in there at night. She also said, in regards to the number of people who come to the house looking for paranormal activity, that all of them hope something will come to them, and that investigators sometimes like to tempt fate. It's unclear why Larson stabbed himself that night. Maybe he was overwhelmed by the history and atmosphere of the house, or maybe, as many suspected, it was a publicity stunt that had been taken too far. Others were adamant that it was the act of a vengeful ghoul, continuing the house's legacy of pain and violence. Larson himself has never publicly explained his motivation. Whatever the answer, this incident is just another layer in the mystery of the Villisca murder house. So there you have the story around one of the most eerie houses in the entire country. And with that, I think I'll end the video here. So until next time, thanks for watching.
God damn.
Hello guys and gals, me Mutahar, and today's a little update, a conclusionary video on EDP 445. Now people are like, but Muta, what's changed? Why another video on EDP 445? Let's stop beating this dead horse. And the reality is I agree with you, but I like conclusionary videos, and I like things ending. Now, of course, this video was brought to me by basically 2 days ago, witnessing a clip from EDP's live stream, where he brings up the fact that he has kidney failure, and it really tested my humanity, the ability of me having a soul inside. But before we go into it, I want to just really stress the most important thing to me. I believe children are the future, and if you're not there to protect your children and the next generation, what are you doing? At the end of the day, computers are human beings are just computers, right? We pass on genetic data to the next, all right? You play enough Metal Gear Solid 2, you'll have the same worldview. Sometimes life can be that goddamn simple, all right? It is what it is. Look, adults make mistakes and choices, and kids do not. They're the next generation. They're the future, okay? They're allowed to live dumb and free, until they hit the age of 18 and they got to start getting their shit together. But of course, until then, we try to protect them as much as we can. I may not have any children of my own, but I have children in my life as part of my family and friend circle that I would die trying to protect. And it's just like that. I'm sure you have that. I'm sure everyone you know has something like that going on in their life. So when it came to EDP445, a character that I once defended because YouTube didn't give him a play button or something, you'd probably still find that clip floating around on the internet. He's went from that to a character that I absolutely vilify and somebody that I have no respect for. That even artificial intelligence has decided to label this man with the cupcake. And when I found out that he said that he had kidney failure, stage 5 apparently, which is a thing by the way, I looked it up. I had no care in the world. There's no skin off my back if EDP lives or dies. Given that EDP has shown no remorse for any of his actions throughout all of this. Now, to understand EDP's history of allegations regarding some of the dirtiest shit ever, EDP has not just been caught once. That predator poachers thing was not the only thing that happened. He's been caught once, twice, 3, and actually, as of recent, a couple weeks ago too. Allegedly. And I want to say allegedly because, again, EDP has never been convicted. Because of how sting operations work in the United States or really anywhere else in the world, if you're not working with law enforcement and you're not creating a good chain of evidence, congratulations, guys, you screwed up the whole case, and somebody who should have gone to prison to get the help that they needed or to be ostracized from society, rightfully, is now still roaming free. Now, allegedly, the first case of this was all the way back in July of 2020, where EDP was conversing with a user, somebody who he found to be 16 years of age, somebody who he was told. Now, of course, this comes from the account BigPlayboy445. I don't believe this still exists. Okay, talk to you later. Be safe, babes. Being 16 is mad tough, all the responsibilities. 16 taking med classes? Damn, you're a genius. Yeah, I'm 16. Again, I want to remind the audience that in the United States of America, federally, 17, I believe, is the age of consent. 16 is below that. EDP should not have even gotten involved, period, whatsoever. And of course, it's a pretty big red flag when you're using the word babes and referring to anybody. The only person I'm calling babe is the significant other I have, not any child. Babe, I'm sorry, I looked over at my phone, saw you responded, and called someone because I wanted to wish them a happy birthday. I'm sorry, don't leave. Of course, I guess the girl is angry. Whatever. It's true. I'm sorry. Don't be mad. How can I make it up to you? You can leave, my friend. You cannot get involved any further. Of course, that was just one example of the situation. And then, a few months later, in the year 2020, October 2020 rolled around, and there were more allegations, too. For instance, Big Playboy 445 starts off with I'm 17, it's my 17th birthday. Can I get a text back? EDP knows that this person is 17, which, again, gets a little bit hairy in terms of consent stuff. Happy birthday. Thank you so much. You're welcome. And, of course, there was a photo being shared. How can I expose you? You have no pics of yourself up. If anything, it should be the other way around. I have dumb fucks on this EDP shit. People know where I live and stuff. Oh my god, I'm not one of them. I actually like you. I'm keeping it. Just because I'm 17, age is nothing but a number. Yeah, if a minor says that, as an adult, you have the responsibility to cut that off and say no. Probably tell the parents what that kid is up to. Basically stop it right there and then. Honestly, as an adult, you shouldn't have even got involved in the first place. Now, again, when it comes to messages like this, it's often hearsay, right? Like it's he said, she said. You can't really prove a message works or it doesn't. But the reason why trusting EDP has fallen off for everybody is when he was caught by the predator poachers. Now, if you remember the infamous video of him by the apartment complex and where the cupcake meme birthed, EDP was allegedly out there to meet somebody, I think, who was like maybe 13 years of age, maybe a little less than that. And when they met this person, when they were going to meet this person, allegedly, they came across a sting operation that basically grilled him for damn near an hour before EDP ran away. Now, of course, after all of it, EDP didn't get arrested. EDP didn't go through anything. EDP didn't go through any form of legal issues. And he basically got away with it relatively scot-free. I mean, sure, he lost his internet career. He completely got vilified. But EDP was basically working DoorDash jobs and odd jobs here and there. And of course, because of how emotionally charged the situation is, people stalked EDP, doxed him, and constantly harassed him and made him lose every job that he possibly could have. And this is not something I support. I think when somebody commits something like this, they should absolutely be sent to be judged by the court of law. Public opinion has no real bearing on any of that. Harassing this person, causing them to do these kind of things, or ruining their life is typically going to exacerbate their situation and make them do something really stupid. If anything, you should be talking to local law enforcement. You should be talking to the applicable law enforcement so EDP can actually be arraigned, arrested, and given some form of therapy or consultations. I think the thing that makes me shudder the most is what would have happened had the predator-poacher sting not been there. Had EDP actually been conversing with somebody of that age and had actually gone in to meet them at an apartment complex. That would have been the thing that always scares me. But of course, a sting operation existed, and that never happened. If anything, EDP got exposed to the rest of the world. Now, of course, his socials got taken away, and of course, it came out that even just weeks ago, EDP was allegedly conversing with another minor whatsoever. So this actually comes from YouTuber Master at Work, who was, I guess, investigating this himself. And it turns out these DMs were allegedly sent by EDP. So thank you. Don't let anyone ever tell you you aren't beautiful. Not even me. You deserve the best. And trust me, if I was in Louisiana, I'd be beating down your door, smothering you with flowers and hugs. And yeah, ladies and gentlemen, I'm just going to be honest with you. I don't think he'll ever learn, Chief. Again, allegedly, if this is him, I don't think EDP is going to learn. And of course, trusting EDP has become a difficult scenario for anybody. Okay, given the predator-poacher sting, any form of credibility EDP has is gone. At this point, I trust the used car salesman in my local shop more than I could ever trust EDP, period. The video you posted in the group chat when you and the other guy first added me, can you resend it? It's really hot. I okay, I'm done with that. I'm out of here, Jesus. Now, of course, EDP's socials have since been taken down pretty hard on every mainstream site. So when it came to like, YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, most of these platforms took down all of his stuff within moments of reporting. Obviously, EDP is caught ban evading over and over and over again, and the only platforms that are left for him are sites like Rumble, where he gets maybe like 100 few viewers, 1,000 if anything, still talking about the Eagles, ignoring this whole situation. So again, EDP's reach has severely diminished. Last time we were looking at his online shop, it actually seems to have completely been gone too. For instance, the shop doesn't even have anything available and it's currently under construction. So even when I looked at the merch funnel last time, it's not even a thing anymore. But of course, even beyond all of it, EDP still finally has his last bastion, which is Instagram, alright? And of course on Instagram, he's still posting random stuff, and he still actually has a community. The reason why we're bringing this up again is that EDP announced on his Instagram Live that he actually is going through stage 5 kidney failure. So let's listen to this one.
Yeah, I actually do have kidney failure. Stage 5.
Now again, nobody ever really gets canceled on the internet, even if you look at some of the comments on this live. Hey, we love you, GOAT! Say hi! Yeah, I don't know what's so GOAT about a guy that got caught doing some of the most heinous shit. But then, of course, you've also got to realize he's got about 1,200 people watching live. And of course, when it comes to these people on the internet, the last big bastion they can do, because here's the thing, EDP's never going to have the original audience he once had. He used to be a big live stream. He used to have like several thousand viewers right here on YouTube. And of course, the reason why the stage 5 kidney failure is brought up is either he could have it, but then again, nobody's seen any goddamn report. Nobody's actually seen a dialysis port on him either, because anybody that has stage 5 kidney failure, or typically known as end-stage renal...
That's fucked up. I know he did some pedophile things, but wishing him death, bro, that's like... You're kind of overdoing it, bro. Oh, shit. I was tripping. That's weird. Alright, I think I'm going to end it here. Tune in next time, and we're going to have some more fun. But until then, love you guys. Peace out. Have a merry, jolly Christmas. Probably not going to stream for a while, I think. Maybe. I don't know. Depending how I feel. But,